Hello CAD users, and welcome to yet another Did You Know in a series of Did You Knows for RealCAD, ArborCAD, LANDWorksCAD and any of the RealCAD applications. Today we are going to talk about color palettes. As you are probably aware, if you select the lower left corner, we can open up the color palettes or the general properties of the colors. There is a default color palette that is shipped with the product, and as you can see there is a range of basic colors at the top. Then we scroll through and there's a range of varying colors all the way through to the very bottom where we will find grays, and finally the last color is white. This is a very useful set of colors. However, it's not always the color system that you would like to be working with. So we also supply under Load Color Palette a range of colors that you can choose from. For instance, we have an arborist specific color palette. If we select Open, you'll see there are slightly more muted tones, more grays, more greens, and any of these colors can be selected and changed. So let's choose color 11. So it's the color number that we're working upon. We're hitting the change button, and from here we can come in and actually select another color from a range of colors just by holding down our mouse button, moving around on the color palette here, and you'll see the colors changing on the right. So this is the current color and here is our new color. We can also work with grays and blacks and whites and just choose colors from here, and you can see that changing again. And we also have a more disparate color system, which is this one here, where you can change your colors by selecting block items. Once you're happy with the color you've chosen, you can select either Apply or OK, and the color number has now been assigned to this new color value. Where this is very useful is when you wish your drawings to look different or more artistic than those of a typical CAD drawing. It's also useful to know, and we'll just cancel this now, that when you open a drawing, which I'll do right now, we'll just pick a drawing, this one here will be fine, it brings with it its own color palette. And this is true also if you have imported a drawing from somebody else. So in this case, we have a color palette, and if we choose the color wheel, we can see what that color palette is. And as you can see in this particular instance, color 3 is actually white. We might just change color 3 so that we can actually see it on a on a white background. And anything that was white should now show up, and I think we've got a few items here that will probably show up. Let's hit OK. Look, there were some white items hidden away, so that's a trick for young players, just to know that if they are using a white, that's not going to show up on a white background. Once you've got your colors in place and you're happy with any of the color systems that you are working with, you can actually save this palette away for the future. Now it may be that you're working with a client or an associate, and you're always going to want to use the same color system that they are using. So you can save your color palette, and here I'm going to put my associate and select Save. So in the future, we'll be able to open this set of colors and start working on a drawing using the same colors that they do. An existing system can also be overridden. So again, by selecting the color palette that you wish to load, you can load one here. We've got a range of them here. I might just choose the default colors and select Open. Once I select OK, the colors on screen will change to those of the default. Pressing Enter will repeat the last command and allow me to choose yet another one. I'll choose perhaps the pastel. And here we've got another range of pastel colors. Select OK, and we're back to a more pastel, or slightly softer on the eye appearance. But just be aware, the moment you hit the Save button and you save your drawing, it will save this color system with it. I hope this has been useful, and I look forward to doing another Did You Know with you next week.